Hi guys, today we're going to have a look at the newly released, it's the Chantecaille limited edition, and today I'm going to try out the black Jaguar eye quartet. I also picked up the Cougar one as well, but I'll do that in a separate video. Now with this quartet, there also were two lip cheeks as well, which are limited edition. I only picked up one of them because one of the shades was quite a berry type of shade, and it's probably not one I would reach for. So I just picked up one lip cheeks that go with the Jaguar quartet. But with the Cougar one, I did pick up both of the lip cheeks that went with that. So I'll be trying that out in another video. So this beautiful eye quartet, this was created to support the Amazon Sacred Headwaters Initiative and their work protecting this endangered creature's natural habitat. This eye quartet is made in Italy. It has 5 grams of product and there is a shelf life of 24 months from date of opening. And Chantecaille described this like the Jaguar. This palette is both elegant and bold. It really is a beautiful quartet. I really like blue eyeshadows. As long as they don't look like something from the 80s, then I think blue eyeshadows can be really, really beautiful. The packaging itself is really gorgeous. You can see the stunning Jaguar on there. It really is beautiful. And around the outside, it is all black. And I think it looks really, really lovely. So we'll take a look inside this quartet. Now I have actually used this 1 or 2 times and I really love this colour story. I think it's really beautiful. It's quite reflective in there. So in here you've got a pearl, you've got a shimmer, you've got a matte, and then you've got another shimmer as well. Really, really beautiful. So I'm going to swatch these on the back of my hand so you can see what they look like. And I'm also going to do 2 looks. The first one that I'm going to do is more of an everyday type of look, and then for the second one I'll just make it a little bit more smoky. Now since I have tried this out a couple of times, these shadows perform really, really beautifully. So these are swatched from left to right and top to bottom, and for the first one it looks white in the pan, but it's actually a silver blue. And it could be used as a topper, but it has a little bit more opacity than a topper. And then next we have a brown. It's a very creamy shade. It's a copper brown. And then we have a matte black. And then last is a deep shimmer blue. And this is really, really beautiful. I've already got my foundation on and powder. I've also done my eyebrows. And I've got bronzer on as well. The bronzer that I've got on is the Chantecaille one, and that's in the shade Goa. And the foundation that I'm using is a newly released one by Guerlain that I did a video on the other day. So if I remember when editing, I will put the link up here if you'd like to take a look. This is the 4th or 5th day in a row that I've been wearing this foundation. I absolutely love it. It's just really beautiful and super flattering on mature skin. And like with all my other videos, everything that I'm putting on today I will have linked in the description box below. So first of all, we'll start off with more of a daytime look. I'm not going to talk while I'm doing these 2 looks. I'll either speed it up a bit during the video or just take a few seconds with each different shadow and put some music to it.
We got a brand new day, good love is on the way, and if you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia. Have you ever been in love? Dove in from high above, and if the answer's no, well then I'd like to get to know you. And though I know these lights are blinding, I will guide us home. 'Cause I don't know what I've been told, the weather outside is not that cold, and if you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia. I don't know what those men see, but I see you right next to me. And if you take my hand, I'll walk with you Good love will soon arrive, and when it does, then come a little closer. Have you ever seen the stars burn out into the dark, and as they go say, it was nice to know ya. And though I know these lights are blinding, I will guide us home. 'Cause I don't know what I've been told, the weather outside is not that cold, and if you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia. Men see, but I see you right next to me, and if you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia.
So this is the finished look of what I would wear more in daytime. So I use more of that brown shade. Now that brown shade is absolutely stunning. It is really soft and creamy, and it just blends really beautifully. So you would have seen as I was putting it on, I just put a little bit of the matte black under here, but just over my upper lash line I used the blue, and then over the black I used the blue as well. It's such a beautiful deep shimmery blue, and what I would say is more of a highlight shade. I just pop that over the top where I put the rest of the brown shade. It can be used by itself. I sort of used it more possibly as a topper, but I think it looks really beautiful, and just the inner corner as well. So for a shade that can look quite bold on first impression, you can get quite a soft look with it, and I think this is really pretty. So when I do the next look, then I'll put on blush and the new Lip Chic as well. But now I'm going to wash this off, and then we'll do the second look.
See your house from the highway, way up high. Things are so different now, I suppose. I should get used to letting go of all I knew about your soul. So I push on through, going through the motions, nowhere close to your devotion. Feel so far, but couldn't be standing closer. 'Cause I could write an entire record about you, baby, and I'd hate the way the words would come so easy. So much time has gone by, and I wonder if you think of me. 'Cause I could write an entire record about you, baby. Yes, I could. Oh no. Yes, I could. No. Days go by, you leave my mind. It's always easier when you're out of sight. 'Cause I know in time you'll find your way back in again. Hope there's a day I see you and don't feel anything. So I push on through, going through the motions, nowhere close to your devotion. Feel so far, but couldn't be standing closer. 'Cause I could write.
And this is eye look number 2. So this one I used a lot more of the black, but it just smoked out really beautifully, so you can get that gradient. And I love this icy blue shade that I put over the rest of the matte black and up here. I think it's really beautiful. And again, that really deep shimmer blue just under through here. I put the black eyeshadow right in the upper lash line, and then I went over the top and a bit thicker with that deep blue. I think this is a really lovely look. It's icy and just gorgeous. So for blush, I'm going to use a Chantecaille one. This is the Chic Gelee, and this is in the shade Happy. This is just a really soft pink. It's really beautiful. It's just to give a hint of colour to the cheeks. I normally put this on with my fingers. You can use a brush as well. And normally I just go in and add a little bit more. It's a pretty forgiving type of blush. I think it's just a really beautiful soft colour, and it just keeps it that cool look on your cheeks, just to go with the really beautiful eye look. And then I'm going to go back into the eye Quartet, and I've got the Rapha, it's the number 27. This is a really fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this icy shade here, this icy blue one, and I'm just going to take a little bit. I'm just tapping very lightly, and I'm just going to use it for highlighter. So now let's take a look at the Lip Chic. As I said at the beginning of the video, there were two that went with this Jaguar eye Quartet, and I just picked up the one. This is the one called Passiflora, and the other one is called Orchid, and that was more of a berry shade, and I just didn't think I would reach for it very much. Now this is a pink, leans towards mauve, really, really beautiful. This has a shelf life of 18 months, and it is made in Italy. So I'll just hold it up so you can take a look at it. Really lovely, cool shade. So I'll just swatch this on the back of my hand as well. The Chantecaille Lip Chic formula is just really beautiful. Definitely one of my favorite formulas. It's very hydrating. It gives a very beautiful gloss, but not too glossy. Everything's just very subtle. And they also just glide on like a dream. Really, really beautiful. So we'll put this shade on. So I think the finished look is really beautiful, and I think that this eye Quartet is absolutely stunning. This deep blue shade is just gorgeous. And I love the icy blue as well. It goes beautifully over the brown shadow and beautifully over the black as well. I really like the black matte. I found this easy to blend. I used the Rapha number 14 brush to apply it, so it's a little bit fluffy. So when I first used it, I did go back into the pan a couple of times just to get that pigment, but it blended out beautifully, and you get that really gorgeous gradient. I could have gone even darker if I wanted to, but really this is as far as I would go with a black eyeshadow, but it's definitely got the pigment if you wanted to make that even deeper. The deep blue is just gorgeous, and I love it on the lower lash line as well. So with the matte black eyeshadow, I put that in my upper lash line, right very close, and then over the top, just a bit thicker with the blue. And I think it gives really gorgeous definition, just a really beautiful eyeshadow. And I love this lipstick, and I'm glad that I didn't pick up the berry one because it's not really one that I would reach for, but this is just gorgeous, and I think goes beautifully with the eyeshadow as well. And I do like that with the icy blue shade. It goes really beautifully as a highlighter, and just went over really lovely over the Chic Gelee as well. So I'm really thrilled with this collection. I think it's beautiful. This is the one that I tried a couple of times, but I haven't tried the Cougar one yet, and I'm just about to do a video on that one. But this shadow and the lipstick just performed absolutely beautifully, blend like a dream, and have great pigment. So I'm really happy that I picked them up. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.